My name is Tribble. I've been competing since 1997. So it's been a long time, been well over 24 years I've been doing it. How I started off, I just started lifting, like I said earlier, for the girls. I went to Temple University. I took a class up in weightlifting back then. And then I went to my local gym called Rivers Gym. That's where I met Dr. Brown. He told me that it's a lot of more things than just lifting and running around meeting girls. You could compete, model, do all kinds of things like that. So make a long story short, he took me under his wing. The first month and a half, I was going to gain about 20-25 pounds of muscle. And back then, I was only 135, so I went up to about 155, 160. And I felt in love with it. I felt in love. I was progressing fast. Doc taught me everything I know, showed me the ropes, and he embedded a lot of things in me that I use today. And one main thing that I admire about Doc is that he taught me a lot for free. Never asked for no money. He actually, I was broke back then. I was a young boy, and he actually paid my way for a lot of things, dinner, food. He taught me mentally. He took me to different shows that was going on in New York and all over, so mentally I could be prepared, not just physically. And then he started, really pushing me physically to get my physique where it needed to be. So what I was stating earlier, a lot of stuff he embedded to me that I use now. I help a lot of people now with bodybuilding physiques, and I don't ask for a dime. I do it for free. It's my way of giving back, like Doc was giving back, and that always stayed within me. So Doc thought I was good enough to go overseas to compete. He didn't even start me at the local branch. He went overseas. I think it was Italy. So he thought I was able to compete with the big dogs right away, 1997. So I went over there with just me and Doc at the time. We didn't have the no bodybuilding team that went with us. The only team was me and Doc. So I represent the whole United States team at the time. And for my first show out, I did great. I wound up placing. I didn't win, of course, but I wound up placing, and a lot of people see the potential in me. I still didn't see the potential myself, but a lot of people did actually see the potential with me. The president of the time of the WPF, he came to me, hugged me, and told me, whatever you do, don't stop. Keep it up. Keep competing. And I said, okay, I'm going to do that. So a year after that, we went to Germany, competed. I did well too. But then when I really started coming into my own, was a year after that. That's when people really started, okay, this guy we gotta watch out for. And overseas, when you compete, it's almost a little bit like the WWE over there, because people bump shoulders, it's really aggressive, and they really work the crap out of you, So I was already getting used to that, and then it got to the point when I started liking that. I wanted the contact. I like, come on, I had big delts back then, so I like, bring it. I want you, let's see. So it got to the point where they started moving out my way. They actually started, I'm not trying to be arrogant or nothing, but they actually started moving out my way and giving me my own space and my own lane, and I was killing it. I came in second that year. I thought I should have got first. I was a little upset, so next year I came even better. And then when I first competed in 97, it was a guy that won, right? Now he competed again this time. My boy evolved now. I wiped his ass up over the hook now. He came in fifth that year, and I wound up coming in second again. I was upset about that because I felt I was one, but sometimes it's political reasons, and they kept giving it to their European champion. His name was Paul, and everybody knew I won. The judges kind of knew I won, but it was one judge that had me there as last place. His reasoning, because I didn't see you on stage. I thought that was a bunch of crap everybody else did. So from him screwing up that placing, that cost me to come in second, not first. Everybody else had to come first, second, first. But from him, his screw up cost me the Mr. Universe title. I was upset with that, but people was calling me the uncrowned Mr. Universe title. So I just ran with that, and I was still happy for what I accomplished, but that still left a little bitter taste in my mouth because I felt that was my year to win. So after that, I just started competing, focused more competing in the United States. I was winning a lot of shows, won Mr. Philadelphia, Mr. Delaware, I won the Junior Nationals. When I was down in Chicago competing for the Junior Nationals, I actually went against Phil Heath. Me and Phil Heath competed together, for the overall champ, and that's how we became friends. We've been, cool ever since. The way we met is that I was always a person with the best arms, best delts going to shows. And I seen this kid with a sleeveless shirt. He had big delts and arms too. So I went over to him like, yo, what the hell wrong with you, man? And he was like, what are you talking about? I was like, I'm supposed to be the person with the best arms. And I'm looking at you, and I'm like, what the hell? So it was a big joke. He laughed about it, and we got cool. Both our name was Phil, and he, he went on to do tremendous things. So that was just Chicago, and I've been competing all over. About later on, I started having knee problems. I couldn't really squat and do my legs the way I wanted to. So my whole motto is, if I can't do legs, then I can't compete. So I wound up kind of bowing out gracefully, and I've been retired for about 6-7 years now. But I'm starting to get a little bit of motivation that I want to get back into it. So this is only the second day I've been back working out, and it felt good. And I'm hoping I could build upon that and maybe start competing one day. But first, I got to get my size all back and take it from there. It's up to God. But in this sport, I learned a lot, and I'm able to transition to other different business aspects that I'm very successful in right now. So this sport of bodybuilding done wonders for me and made me the person I am. I've touched a lot of people, not just locally, but all over the United States. I have athletes that I help, that I help them compete and everything. And I've been doing pretty well. So the sport of bodybuilding has been great too.